a lot of rage out of this clip. Too.
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
we
you
win.
can't. There are tempos.
We have 60
TP
before
though.
topside, yeah.
I mean,
Okay, guys, hear me out. Hear me, guys, hear me out. Hear me out. The reason why I smite is because his Q, I thought is not gonna kill it.
There are tempos.
I mean... Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face.
There are tempos.
We have 60 before topside, yeah.
I mean,
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Like I did not mean it. Like I seriously. I mean, okay, that looks like I'm griefing him, but I'm not. I just thought his Q is not gonna kill it. So I was just trying to push the way, you know. I thought that if he's gonna run away, and he doesn't, because look, my smite comes when he uses Q. It's not like I smited. Just like look at this. Like you. Okay, look at my champion and his champion. My champion, I toured my champion faster than he does. You know what I mean? Like clearly I'm not doing, look. I'm already looking for the smite. Because I was thinking he's not gonna get the cannon. So obviously we're not gonna watch the cannon. It's just drama, just a smite? No. This is just like, this is a random clip I'm reacting to. But yeah, okay, like obviously I should not take it, but like, come on guys, like, come on. We are just toxic, bro. I am not toxic. Okay, if I'm toxic, then I am toxic. If this is your opinion of me, all I can try to do is to change it. Me saying I am not toxic is not gonna change you perceiving me as non-toxic. You can watch and you can judge by yourself. Sure guys, okay, so there is like a specific video that I need to find, because that's like the easiest way to react to it. So there is a couple of things, right? First is, this is, I think, what I kind of want to react to, this video. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I made an X post that I wanted to post yesterday, and I spoke to I Will Dominate, and I spoke to Yamato Cannon, and I did speak to Hams, and I'm not sure if it's a good idea to like post it. But the whole post was just an apology mostly. It wasn't anything dramatic. I just wanted to apologize for the Wednesday, okay? So first, I guess I can show you the letter. And this is like kind of my feelings, okay? This is how I felt after Wednesday and yesterday. And right now I'm like more chill because I slept on it. Wanted to share a few thoughts about the SAC project. Yesterday was quite embarrassing, and I'm not talking about our gameplay, that too, but our behavior. After re-listening to some of our comps, which I did yesterday, they were too negative and quite passive-aggressive. And that's, of course, including me, okay? It's absolutely unacceptable to behave in such manner to one of our teammates. In this case, it was mostly Hams, but I think, you know, someone like Haslin maybe a little bit. It started off as a fun project that was supposed to be too serious, which is still true. Just a bunch of streamers, friends finding out on the read in IC, but I think so during the last 2 months, our expectations mismatched. This is, I think, the big fact that it mismatched is because I felt like some of us really wanted to scrim, and some of us really didn't want to scrim. And I feel like some of us really wanted to actually like win, and some of us thought it's like we will win without the scrims, you know. And now I would like to mostly talk about this video, because I think this video is like the big one, I suppose. Fix the spelling. Spelled Hams wrong. Wait. What? Okay. You can see it was my writing by the fact, wait, hold up. I spelled it wrong only in one instance. Because look, here it's correct. Wait. No, I just got, I mean, okay, but to be honest, guys, when I hear Hams, this is how I imagine the spelling, okay? So like, I suppose I spelled it wrong 3 times, because I guess I did, yeah. Well, but that's the thing, right? When you write, you can see that I did it, right? And not, I guess, ChatGPT or whatever, which I think it's fine, right? Let me just see what Ham says about it, so I can react to it as well. and talk a little bit about the project more.
You kind of scarred me by saying I want minions, I want farm, I don't take my wave, all of this, but I think the
What?
first day is me going.
Nah. That is disgusting.
Just go.
Nah, he had Trinity. Nah.
What happened before this?
13.
What? No, what happened before this?
There was a fight.
Bro, how did they always blame Hams for everything?
Okay.
How is this his fault?
I
And
don't
then
know why
here,
you're melee
Jankos
range,
said,
but that's
Hamza,
fine.
you
But
can
that's not
backline
fine
quick. I don't know why you're melee range. Bro, please. Bro, if I
Melee
played
range.
in this team, bro, I'm quitting after 2 days. Bro.
Wait, but
There's
You're
no-
kicked, bro. You're not quitting.
I would be kicked after 2 days.
This clip we reacted to yesterday, right? But I mean, this is, I guess, just Ham's reacting to it. I did talk about it Wednesday, but I watched some of the Los Ratones votes from yesterday, and it didn't see. Yesterday I watched them from Wednesday, and it didn't seem like they were necessarily hate watching. They were just trying to react to I guess our games, right? And if they just disagreed with our opinion of, you know, macro or just how to play the map, overall I think they have a better idea how to play either way. So it makes sense that they were just not very happy with how we played most of the time.
So wait.
Go back bot and, 'cause you're-
Nah.
I was like,
Okay, let's see what Ham says
I
about
don't know,
this.
man. I don't know. Like I'm not better than my teammates, right? I don't think I'm better than them, right? I know they're better than me. In pro play, I think they are better than me, right? 'Cause I'm new to pro play, so I would not. I'll try to defend myself, and I generally think I'm right. Like the tempo and macro, like tempo and macro is completely different from solo queue, right? So it's all new to me. It's all new to me. The mine says the reason they flame you. I think nobody should be flaming anybody, to be honest. Like, everybody played like. You gotta be more vocal. I don't want to be more vocal on a team with Jankos. Jankos is literally MVP world winner. Like,
I'm not.
the thing is,
Okay. Yo,
calls-
like the thing is that like this. Okay, so I didn't watch this, right? But I feel like that's a bad mindset in a way. I mean, he never said. By the way, Hams never said this to me. Like, I want to be clear. He never said this to me. But we did have a team agreement that the team is gonna listen to my calls. Did we listen to my calls? No, we did not. We absolutely did not do that. So I'm not a world's winner because I lost to Tiana. I got 3-0'd. Second of all, if you believe and you have confidence in yourself, you should challenge the people that you think have the wrong view of the game. But I also understand that, like I said, he's new to pro play, so he wants us to help him. But I think how the Ruddy's project started is, if you guys were watching this 2 months ago, there was a lot of toxicity, but it was banter. And it wasn't necessarily toxic. When leader, me, and Hams, the 3 of us interacting with each other, was flaming each other. I would side with Hams 90% of the time, and I would bully leader, and then leader would bully Hams, and leader would bully me, and then Hams would bully leader. And that was the interaction for the past 2 months of our team. So I feel like yesterday, or 2 days ago now, shit, I had a day off, it exploded, and the comms in game were really passive aggressive and toxic. But this is what we have built for the past couple of months. This was not a separate instance of it getting out of control. This is the atmosphere we ourselves built. And I think that the idea we had clearly was wrong. And in my opinion, it's really not good that we took this project so lightly, because it started becoming more and more obvious during the project that you guys want us to win and you guys want us to try hard. And leader Perks didn't really want to scrim that much because they took it very lightly, and it makes sense because that was the idea. In the first place, we were supposed to have Jack Spectra, and the team dynamic would be different. I love Hams, and I'm really happy to work with him, and I think he's the content machine in the team. I think we need Hams, because I think Hams enables us to... I know he's just... Some of his things he says are so, like, stupidly funny that, like, we kind of need it, you know? So I really like working with Hams, but the project didn't consider him at first. So if we would, for example, scream 2-3 times a week with Jack Spectra, things would be different, because everybody would I guess, somewhat be aligned. And I also expect Jack Spectre to be like more cocky. So perhaps he would match better with Leader. And then if Leader would tell him, oh, it's my wave, Jack Spectre would tell him, fuck off. But Hams is a nice guy and he trusts Leader. But also you have to realize that, in my opinion, in a good team, this is my opinion only. I think that the lanes should be deciding lane allocations. So if Leader has to go bot, Leader goes bot. If Hamzy has to go mid, Hamzy has to go mid. If Perix goes top, Perix goes top. And lane assignments are a very, very important part of after 7 minutes. There is a lane swap or there is no lane swap. And then after 7 minutes, around the first grab spawn, so 6 minutes or after, lane assignments will be really important. And the way Leader was assigning lanes was normally favorable towards him. And sometimes Hams would lose farm because he would blindly listen to Leader. And he wouldn't just tell Leader, it's not good for me, I want to go mid. But I still believe that a person who does lane assignments in the team is important. And Leader was just someone doing it in our team. So I don't think Leader was particularly targeting Hams to make him, you know, not farm or make him have bad lane assignments. But he was trying to be the carry for the team. So that's, I think, what kind of made Hams lose, you know, a lot of waves yesterday. And in scrims as well, it's quite similar where, you know, Leader would just say, no, go bot, go mid. And Hams would listen because, you know, he would just trust Leader, right? Like he did it on purpose to trust Leader. Someone like this in the team is important. I'm not talking about calling each other off, but calling lane assignments. And if Perix wouldn't do it and Hams wouldn't do it, we needed somebody to do it. And as much as I do think I'm experienced and I somewhat have an idea, I was more, like in my teams, my purpose was always quite a lot about fixing the early game and having plans around there because this is where jungle has the most say. And then after early game, it is quite a lot about how, like which lane you want to play through. And this is where the most vocal lane will normally get the most attention. So if you feel like I'm not ganking for Hams even though he's fed on Varus, it's because Leader is more vocal than Hams is. So naturally you always get pulled to the more vocal lane because you help the person who is calling for you. I know if you realized, guys, but I tried to gank top lane many times during the series, even though every time it was warded, because Perix would say, come gank top now. And sometimes I'll be like, no, it's not good. But most of the time I would listen because if he thinks it's good, I will trust my team. We needed somebody to do lane assignments and that kind of fucked Hams because Hams was just blindly following everything we said and he wouldn't stand his ground because he would trust us that we are better because we play pro. But even though we are pro, the game is constantly changing. And what Leader thinks or what I think or Perix or Haslin that is good for the game, it might actually be really bad because it might be really, really bad for Hams. But not always he would just voice it in the games. And if he did voice it, which he sometimes did, we would just not listen or people would ignore him. That happened 100%. 100% that happened. Especially in the series yesterday. He would just talk back to Leader and Leader would just ignore him, right? 100%.
Should only be from Jankos. Like, Jankos is really f***ing good. Whatever Jankos says, goes.
Okay, you see, this is the problem. I don't like to operate this way. But this is what we agreed on. But this is just not what happened. You know what I mean? Because I think I make so many mistakes. And like yesterday, 2 days ago in the series, I completely grieved the game on Amumu. I lost the game alone. I queued in. I lost us the Atakan, and then the game just became more playable for them. And then we just like kept misplaying team fights, and that just snowballed the game, right? So that was really bad. So this is me that I'm not insane, you know. I can end like everybody else. So in a team, technically, everyone wants to work together towards the same goal. But I also understand Ham's POV because we agreed, we listened to me, but I did not feel like we did.
What if somebody makes a call? Dom
said that the game was unlosable. I mean, I agree, it was unlosable, but I lost it. I mean, it's my bad. I'm smiling, but I'm nervous smiling. I completely fucking ran it. It's just my bad.
His calls only, and I was doing that. And the thing is, when it comes to pro play, ADCs usually are not supposed to be the ones speaking, right? It's always supposed to be the jungler and support. Those are the ones that are supposed to be the most vocal. ADCs just focus on the mechanics, focus on CSing, focusing on hitting, getting as much DPS as possible, right? Which is what I was doing. And because I'm not experienced, I don't know any better when it comes to macro. There's too many things to think about when you're playing ADC.
Okay, he's right, but I will give you a slightly different take. I think jungle support will run the game in the early game because that's how the game works. And then jungle support will decide which lane to play on in mid game. But that decision comes also through the side laners, not through just you or through AD. But I don't know if you guys watch Los Ratones games, but don't you guys think that Crowny makes a lot of calls about macro in that team? Like Crowny actually like is a big carry in Los Ratones. So I don't think that this take is 100% true. It does work in some teams where jungle support will do all the shot calling. Then in other teams, you will have players like Faker or players like Crowny. Jankos is saying Crowny is a special case. I think Upset is another example. I think Hans Sama is another example. I think there's a lot of AD carries that will, like Flacket. I don't know if some of you played or listened to Flacket, but when Flacket feels comfortable within the team, he will run the game. And you know, Kaliste is vocal. I can't tell you where I learned it, but I know he is. And then again, you have Upset, you have Upset, Hans Sama, Crowny. So I'm just saying that I do think AD carries in most of the cases, I think probably 75% of the cases will be exactly the Hams explained it. But I do think AD carries can run the game. But I also think we didn't allow Hams to do it. It's not only on him, it's like we didn't even try to teach him to do it. We didn't give them the chance to do it. We like game 5, which I mean, this is a bit Yamato, right? Because he decided this. I'm not exactly sure why, but in my opinion, game 5 when we lost, I think we should go blue side and first pick Draven. I don't know why we didn't do that. Like we literally have a challenger Draven player in our team and we banned Draven 5 games. Which I think Hams was not super confident in first picking Draven in game 1, 2, 3. But I think game 5, bro, I think he gets that Draven and I think he carries. I think he carries that.
You gotta learn how to position. ADC is very hard in pro play, but it's one of the easiest roles in the game in solo queue. It's just
Really?
so different. Crowny speaks a lot. Crowny speaks a lot because he understands the game a lot better when a pro scene, and he wants to be the carry.
The disrespect fired your way today from the team for no reason was wild. Felt so cringe by them.
Yeah, I mean, he brought a Crowny example as well, right? But Crowny is the best example, but I just gave you a couple other examples as well.
No, they didn't disrespect me.
That is so self-convincing, Hams! You wanna defend us, you gotta defend us a little bit more convincingly. You didn't believe yourself there, my man.
My teammates, wallah, I swear to God. There's no hostility within my teammates, swear to God. Have you seen the Reddit threads about you? What the f did I do? What the f did I do?
I mean, you see, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. There's a lot of Reddit threads where like people were saying free Hams, and there was like a lot of negativity around Leader, me, and Perks. And I feel like it's deserved to a degree, but I also feel like the way, like Hams also was bantering Leader so much. And he was a mega flaming Leader. And Leader was very passive aggressive towards him. And so was I, by the way, in some of the games. And I didn't stop Leader, so I'm not trying to like shift the blame. I'm just saying that the energy between Leader and Hams, it became like a younger brother. It used to be younger brother, older brother energy, where you kind of banter each other and you flame each other, but you do it because you want to have a giggle. But over the course of the last 2 months, I think, especially the last week, it shifted into more toxic state, way more toxic state. So I do feel like, yes, 2 days ago was the most extreme example of it. And I still feel like there is no hard feelings between Hams and Leader and people. But I think it went fucking over the limit. I truly believe it. I think there's way too much passive aggressiveness in the comms, like including myself.
Free Hamzi. Okay, I'm safe. Okay. Watch Ruddy Sack play one. I'm dyslexic, bro. I'm fucking retarded, bro.
Watching Ruddy Sack play, one thing that you can
Wait, why did he get it? Wait, it's wait, did he? Oh, he didn't want to read it. He just like paused it to translate. Oh my god. I mean.
everyone on the team, including IWD, treats Hums. I'm
What did
not
Dom
sure
do?
what they expected when they asked him to join the team. But every single game they use Hums as a scapegoat for the team's mistakes, constantly using microaggressions masked as jokes or feedback to
I think
him in
he's
his
reading
gameplay.
as it's
It
reading.
really feels that no one
He's like
wants
he's using like he's using double brain power. He's listening and reading at the same time. He's actually a genius.
to blame anyone else but Hums, because everyone feels entitled since they played LEC or internationally. And since Hums is the only one who does not have a strong opinion or any experience in pro play, he just simply puts up with the verbal abuse.
Wait.
You can
They-
say all you want that these are just jokes and that I care more about it than Hums does. But deep down I know that he is putting up with it because he feels outclassed and not deserving the respect that other players have. You can't tell me that what they do to Hums is just banter. In my opinion, all of Ruddy's SAC players, IWD included,
what
are
did Dom
just
do?
using him to not hurt their pride and ego. Since they don't want to admit that they are washed and can't pro play anymore.
Dom did nothing.
By the way, this post is like a massive hate bait. I'm just saying. I think that some of the examples he mentioned are true, but I think this post is a massive, massive hate bait. And the account was literally created the same day as the post was, as this was posted, and it did get removed, but a bit late.
If Hums is so bad and so
Watch this through though. Yeah, that's true.
then why
Watch
ask
this
him
through.
to join
I
in
agree.
first place? Why not look for someone better? I just don't understand why there is this toxicity towards him, even in a joking way. Imagine playing a BO5, winning game 3 at 50 minutes. And the first thing you hear is how boosted you are and that you played horribly.
Dom said you didn't play bad. I don't know why Reddit said I'm flaming you when I was hyping you up. Laugh out loud. Well, why you getting cooked? Dom, what the
Yeah,
fuck
Dom
are you
was getting
saying?
cooked, but apparently Dom said that Hams played the best for the expectations there were, and I agree, you know. Like me, Perks, leader, and maybe someone Haslin, like all of us would be expected to perform really, really on like good level, right? So you can say that all of us played like shit. But Hams, was no expectations. And I'm pretty sure Dom was hyping Hams up as well. So I don't even know how Dom got mentioned in this shit. I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty sure these two are like best friends. I mean, not best friends, but like very close friends.
In the scrims, I agree. There are moments where I get really annoyed in the scrims, but today it didn't feel like it. I don't think they flamed me today. This one kind of made me laugh. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't believe Hams made
I
Perks
also
get
can't
killed.
believe he made at least.
Yeah, okay, this one made me laugh as well, to
bro,
be honest. Like, these ones were good ones.
They're not bad. Playing with Hamza does exactly what they want, then he gets shit for what my man can't win. The garbage clip when he was yelling at Leader was actual gold. There's a reason Jankos and Leader aren't in LEC anymore, and it's pretty apparent watching these games. Oh God, I don't like this, bro. I don't want my teammates to get flamed. Well, I don't. But why did they say that?
Yeah, point fingers
I
at me,
don't know.
chat.
I'm not gonna lie, Dom. I think Reddit just hates you. I expected Reddit to hate me because I'm racist. I think they like racist people. Hey!
Yo! Yes, I do think that, yeah, basically, I think the whole thing, guys, that fucking ending, man, this guy's a madman. So, the ending, okay, the ending somewhat, like, I think, again, Los Ratones, they were just supporting us, trying to, you know, make content out of us getting to finals and possibly playing them. I still think we would not get through North. I think North was a so much better team because they actually put effort into scrims. I think that the team atmosphere went downhill over the past 2 months and expectations mismatched. And I think that we were supposed to scrim more, or some of us wanted to, but then some of us didn't want to, which basically made the team very awkward, where we would play 3 games and then we would be like, hey, maybe we should play 1 more. And then people would be like, no, we shouldn't play 1 more. We are not playing more games. And that was like pretty cringy as well. And then I still think that there was a lot of banter between Hams and Leader and me. And I was part of it, by the way. Like, I was mega flaming Leader, like mega flaming Leader. And Leader was mega flaming Hams, and Hams was mega flaming Leader. So it actually used to be 2v1 in our comps when you watch the scrims. And that's the energy we brought. But it seems like all of you, and I'm talking about the Ruddy Sack, my fans, Ruddy Sack fans, Hams' fans, you know, Perix and so on, you guys wanted us to win and treat it seriously, because the project you wanted would be more similar to Los Ratones, where they are doing a lot of good things. And they actually, I feel like, to me, Los Ratones is a bit like G2 of NLC. So they are very talented players that are very like driven to do well, to succeed, and they are really hard working towards that. They treat it seriously, and they show very like good atmosphere where, again, everybody agrees that like we are all doing this because we enjoy it and because we want to be better. And I think that in a way this is like G2 esports from LAC, and I'm saying like G2 esports because I was working in G2, and that was the atmosphere that they were trying to create, and I think that's the atmosphere they have now for the past couple of years. And I think this is the atmosphere that I get from Los Ratones. And this is not the atmosphere that we were looking for. And we were way more about banter, about jokes, about inting, about running it down. And a lot of these times when we did it, it didn't seem like we are enjoying it, because instead of, well, giggling while doing it, we would just, you know, point fingers, especially yesterday, 2 days ago, right? So that was not good. I'm still very grateful to Hams for coming from NA and actually, you know, joining this project in the end, right? And I'm very bummed out that again, like, if the ending would not be so negative, and I'm not talking about the result, I'm purely talking about the vibe, I'd be way more happy. Like, I don't mind getting 0-3'd by any team as long as we are giggling and enjoying it. That's what like was sad about it. Is there any more questions? Is there any more subjects or questions that I have not touched on? AD carry challenge. Okay, my plan is most likely to go to Korea with Hams, Yamato, and I will dominate. And there I will probably duo queue with, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm gonna duo queue with Hams. Like, I'd be down, but I didn't ask him yet. And I don't even know if he wants to 100% go. But we might be going to Korea soon. And because we might be going to Korea, I don't think I should start AD carry challenge now, because I would be going in a week. So in a week, I'm not going to get challenger because it's not possible. So I'd like to just go to Korea for now, okay? Okay, the future of the project. The future of the project. I don't know exactly. React to Yamato. Where is the Yamato reaction, like in the comments? Wait, can I just read this, guys, you think? Or do I need to watch the whole video? Okay, so by the way, future of the project, I can't give you like a confirmations, but I want... Okay, I don't want my name to be tarnished by this shit that happened for the past 2 months. I don't want to leave a project like that. I don't want to step out of the project after this shit. I want to fix this shit. And if I quit the project, I want to quit it on a positive note, not like that. So I'm probably going to stay in the project, and I'm going to be there with Hams, and I'm going to be there with Yamato, and I'm going to be there with I Will Dominate. And I don't know about the others, because I frankly haven't really spoken to them since yet. So I don't know what others think. We are gonna figure shit out, and we are gonna fix shit out. And then the spring split is just gonna be better. And I'm just saying, if spring split we don't do well, and we just don't win, because I don't frankly know who is gonna be there besides me and Hams. I think 2 of us will be there. I don't know who is gonna be there, guys. But if we suck, we suck. But at least let's enjoy sucking, and let's enjoy improving, and let's play more scrims, and let's try hard, you know. Let's actually put effort. All I want is for 5 people to enjoy the process, to enjoy having fun, and to do it because they want to be there. Like, that's what I want. I don't care who it is, but I just want people that genuinely wanna do it because they want to have fun doing it. So kinda. I mean, I want to be more like Los Ratones, like literally. They did it right, you know. They are enjoying it. They are fucking having fun. The numbers they get, that's just the extra. They are actually enjoying it, you know. They have like 5 friends. They mash up well. Kadra made like an amazing team. They even made the bows work with them, you know. They are winning. So I just like better vibe, you know. I would just like better vibe, and that's really what I care about, because in the end, we are doing this for you. We are doing this for ourselves, but it's like the Norway's team. Yeah, it's like the Norway team. It's like the North. It's Los Ratones. These guys did it right, you know. I'm not sure what's the vibe in Agurin's team, because I haven't watched their scrims, you know. Bro, I wish I could bring Broxa on the project. Broxa is like, you can't hate this guy. He's so great. I mean, I don't know if he would join. Maybe he would not be interested, but like, Broxa is like the perfect person who I would like to work with, you know. Like, Broxa is such a positive guy who is like very, very chill, who just wants to generally enjoy playing the game. But the thing is, I'm a jungler and he's a jungler. So like, if I get Broxa, if he would ever agree to it, which I don't even know if he would, because, you know, there's a lot of like bad stigma now about the whole project. So maybe he will not even want to join it because he wouldn't want to risk his reputation. Like, I kind of would be out of work, you know, unless I would play support. But then, yeah. But maybe maybe I'd be down to play support in the team, just so we have Broxa. Like maybe I'd be down, you know. I think I could enjoy playing support. I don't think I would be playing mid and top in case, or AD, or any other role that's support, because I would probably run it down. But support, bro, like support. Me and Ham's bot lane, actually that's... Well, that sounds like we are gonna run it every game, man. That sounds like we would actually, like, oh my god, we are either going 20-0 or 0-20, and there is nothing in between. Oh, that could be Sina though. Okay, let's see some of the Yamato. Yeah, let's see some of the Yamato things. Says that kind of mess where I hate watching is watching the game as pro players. I think that's something I already mentioned. The expectation of each player were different. I think we covered that as well. Yamato also tried with balancing content with actually working to win. Realized too late that coaching probably was more important and it's actual content that people want to see. Okay, I agree with this. I think some of the reviews we had with Yamato were just taken in the wrong direction, and we would just focus on the bad things. And that's facts. I just don't know if it's because Yamato wanted to approach it this way, or if we had like a wrong idea on what to like work on. But I just feel like sometimes we just approach the really wrong things, okay? Players and coaches not getting paid, getting as many lucrative opportunities as Los Ratones. And also no way to motivate the players at all. I was worried that certain players would leave entirely. This is true. We are not getting paid for it. Also true that, you know, we are not getting the viewership Los Ratones do, and we are not even close. And Los Ratones are just like doing the project better than us. Like let's be real. That's, yeah. I mean, all of this is true, right? Like, not much to say about that. The team will not remain the same. 100%, yes. Struggle with drafting because there was so little scrim data. Also practically true, but I also sometimes believe that the players had too much say in the drafts, and sometimes you're just limited by champions and champions we wanted to play. Next, people help on leader champion put, given the champions like Yasuo leader does things that basically on pro ever does. I don't understand this. But yeah, I mean, leader is really crazy on the champs he likes for sure. No pro ever does. Oh, you mean that leader on certain champions is like insane? Yeah, I agree. I think leader on the champions he's feeling comfortable on, he's really, really good on. Like, I think leader won the game that with Sejuani. You remember the Sejuani game I had? Where Hamzi was playing Ziggs? I think leader won that game out of 1Q. That was insane. Like his mechanics. Like, do you remember when? Okay, that's another example. But do you remember when I was playing Brand? I went mid. I tried to hit a Q. I hit the Q, but Scanner went behind me. I died, and then leader 1v2 then burned 2 flashes. He mega carried me. He mega carried me that fight. We still lost the game because I still think the draft was a bit off, but you know, almost. Doesn't blame anyone as people have different expectation goals. 100% agree with this. I really don't want people to point fingers. I know it's not possible. I know it's absolutely not possible. And as many people as are watching now and listening to this and might agree or disagree with me, there are like 10 times more people that did not watch this and will just point fingers. And I don't like that, because if you would just follow for the last 2 months, you would realize that this is just... I mean, people really had different expectations, you know. And I was flaming leader, and Hams was flaming leader. And if you would see the shit that Hams said to leader before, and you know, I understand it wasn't during the official game, but it wasn't necessarily like a positive thing, you know. Hams in the beginning was very resistant to feedback and also played it up for content. Yamato struggled to realize when he was acting and being serious. 100% agree with this. Hams was not always easy to talk to when it comes to feedback. How's the leader relation event ended up draining energy? 100% agree with this. People fans mistook the focus on macro concept in review as a way to target Hams and Haslin. If a player is fucked up in lane, made a micro error, it's a waste of time for the other people to call it out and discuss this. I agree with this as well. I think when you fucked up a 2v2 1-on-1 or jungle is inting, sometimes you gotta address it and mention it. And that's what we were doing. And I mean, it's not to... We are not doing this to blame one person or 2 people. We are doing it because it's good to bring it up. And sometimes you just gotta do it. And so does every team. Doesn't hate Jack Sparrow for leaving the project, except Hams joined the... Yeah, same. I mean, not much to say about that. Hams played insanely Hams played insanely shit for the first 2-3 weeks in scrims because he was getting settled into London. Once he started getting grinding on his second account, he started playing good again. That's somewhat true, yeah. Yamal is going to work closely with Hams in this off-season, maybe go to Korea together. That's something that I mentioned. Everyone was adapting to a new situation. Perix role swap, Haslin came out of retirement. Yes, this is something we have to address as well, right? Like, Haslin did not play League before this project. Perix had no club at top matchups. So the people that were supposed to perform best all in all was me and Leader. Like, this is the two people that could be expected to play best. The reason is Haslin did not play, Perix role swapped, and Hamzy first of all is mainly a Draven player, but also he did not pro play before, right? So I feel like when we made this project, if you consider that we would, let's say, have Jack Spectra AD, then Perix would be the only one who is like out of the loop. Jack Spectra AD also made it so that like there was like some drama, I mean not drama, but there's like Jack Spectra had a friend who he wanted to play support and it would not be Haslin. So naturally we have bot lane that has like natural synergy. And Haslin and Hams also had to build that synergy, right? So the project was just supposed to be slightly different. And I still think we could have made it work if we would align our expectations, which we never did, right? Appreciate Haslin for the effort he put in and how he is grinding even if he was not streaming, agreed. Believes that Perix thought that this player was going to be very easy and didn't want to put that much effort into it after the situation became difficult. He also thought that a lot of Perix issues came from total inexperience, and when Perix would stay by mid-game, he would carry out of games. Yeah, that's pretty accurate representation of what happened. Believes that Jankos put a lot of effort and it wasn't fair to him what happened. Believes that his views align with the amount of what a good team environment should be like. I guess. Doesn't mind not being the best in LEC, just wants teams to feel rewarding and like someone is actually being accomplished. Agreed. Believes that the team should have more patient with Hams. Somewhat agreed, but I also think that Hams should sometimes just voice his opinions and be open to feedback, but also like be open to voice his own opinions. Doesn't feel any ill to any player. Yeah, I mean that's a good TLDR, honestly. That's a very good TLDR.